Okay, now we're live. Oh jeez, I didn't send a link to percent. Okay, hello, good afternoon, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to another episode of Free Mind.
Yes.
Oh, we ain't got nobody inside yet, but they coming.
This one they play back. When y'all play back,
Huh?
y'all can see this.
Niggas see this part. Yeah. Well, good afternoon again. Yeah, boy, today, it's a Wild Out Wednesday, so we wilding somewhat. The topic for today, it can come off a little rough at the beginning. I can be real with you. It's gonna come off a little rough, but please understand that nothing that's gonna be said in today's episode is an attack on anyone at
Right.
all.
It's not personal.
Yeah, at the end of the day, all of us are behemoths. We want each other to success. I want you to be the best you could be, and sometimes, like Empress always say, but you gotta call a spade, and just call it things for what it is. And I hope that there are some interested parties listening today, and they could. I suggest that they take some notes. I suggest they take notes of the things that we talk about today, because this might be today's show might be the reason why your business now moves into being successful. I already gave away a little piece of it just now, but
Yeah. give away the whole plot line,
that's
eh?
okay. I can give away the whole thing. Just stay with me. Stay with me. We're gonna release the full thing real soon. But I just have to put that out there. I'm not trying to attack anybody. All right. It's all in love. Star 106.5 FM. Yes, the time is 4 o'clock. It is time for another episode of Free Your Mind right here on a wonderful Wild and Out Wednesday. I am DJ Beats. This is Star 106, like I said earlier, and I am here with the lovely
Ari.
Ariel.
Mhm.
Yes, to bring you Free Your Mind, and courtesy of our wonderful sponsors. And before we start anything, I gotta shout them out. One time for Pindatile, CFAL, AML Foods, that's Solomon's, and Cost Right, where listen, membership pays. It's nothing like when you have that membership. Listen, let me just before I go any further, I got to try out, I got to test drive the Cost Right membership, and I felt like a baller. I felt like a baller. It felt like being inside like a private club. You
Mhm.
getting all the best prices on
VIP
everything.
service.
Listen, one time for KFC and the Nassau Cruise Port, where you have the opportunity of seeing Taris Riley in concert as well as Phil Stubbs in concert. Not at the same time. The concerts are on 2 different days. One is going to be happening on October 14th,
14th.
and the
That's
other one
Phil.
is going to, yeah, that's Phil Stubbs. And then Taris Riley is going to be on October 28th. You definitely don't want to miss it. You can get the tickets, at least for Taris Riley, at
E-tickets, yeah.
bahamasettickets.com. Right.
But for both, you should be able to get them at the captain's office at the cruise port.
Yes. Um, okay. One time for the Cleveland Clinic and Bahamas Air, who is trying to take you to see the national football team of the Bahamas. We're talking about the Miami Dolphins, Cowboys. I don't care. Getting your feelings, Steelers. I sorry, Brad. All right.
I'd
So
like to thank the Academy.
yes. So today is a Wild Out Wednesday on Free Your Mind, and the topic for today it's a wild one. I gonna be real. Those of you who are who just joining us on air, we are also online, Star 106.5 on Facebook, as well as the Natural Empress on Facebook. You can find us to be a part. Listen, I want the comments. I want to hear your suggestions because today, unlike any other day of free of mind, we trying to help somebody. We're trying to help us, really. You're trying to help the country. You're trying to build a better future. Today's topic, by today's topic is I was really afraid to press on with this. We started on it yesterday. Um, but people can be so sensitive about these kind of things, you know?
Mhm.
Even the wording and how we're gonna present it, it's gonna be a little difficult. But
Yeah,
what am I?
it's not meant to offend.
No,
It's not personal.
at
It's just a
all.
conversation.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's a conversation that needs to be had.
It is that that's the problem. We as Bahamians, we don't like to have difficult conversation. I guess that's something in people in general. We don't like to have the difficult conversations, but they are conversations nonetheless that need to be had. Um. Anyway, the topic for today is why don't you support Bahamian businesses? Yeah, let that breathe for a second. I know, I know. And the first thing you say, oh, I always just buy Bahamian. But do you really though? Do you not have like an Amazon shopping cart filled up with a bunch of different things? We trying to get down to the crux of it, the basis of it.
But Bahamian businesses are more than just goods.
Yeah,
Bahamian
definitely.
businesses have a lot of service-based businesses as
Mhm.
well. But regardless whether it's products, goods, or services, businesses is they're suffering or struggling all around.
Mhm.
Not to say that there isn't any thriving, but just based on a lot of things that we see happening,
Yeah.
or even just a service you may have experienced yourself.
Yeah, I mean, and also, things change from day to day. You could go to some place and have a great experience Monday, go back to the same business Friday, and it's a whole different place. It's a whole different shop. And yeah, we get that, people, your business, it's a lot more than just the surface. This is how you feed your family.
Mm-hmm.
This is how you take care of your customers. This is how you serve your community. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean that things cannot be better, and that's what this topic is about today.
So let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Why do you think Bahamian businesses, or what rather? Let me see. Why is it that you think Bahamians aren't supporting Bahamian businesses as much?
All right.
There's a lot of reasons.
All right. So, reason number one why I feel is that it's due to a limited product selection.
Hmm.
What I mean by that is, and I thought about this. How many times have you been in a situation where you have to, like, you need something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what you do first? The first thing you do is you go and you look on Facebook Marketplace, and you go on Instagram or Google, and you try to locate a business that has this item or offers this service,
Mm-hmm.
right? And a lot of times, let me use myself as an example, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the only big guy in the Bahamas. It's a lot of us. Especially in Nassau.
The big and
Nassau
tall.
is the capital, and means the capital of size. And as a big guy,
I think Andres have y'all beat, but go on.
yeah, just this big thing. Anyway, as a big guy, it's always been hard finding clothes for a larger man. And you, for me, it'll be like a serious, it'll be like a experience where every store, their sizes would stop at like 38. Or let's take it to another department, right? I'm also, big into tech and IT and,
Okay.
sound and
When it
things.
comes to that, then I definitely understand because I've been saying that for a while.
Hmm.
So limited selection in that case, I agree. It's a lot of stores around that selling the same thing, but a lot of them aren't
Exactly.
branching out to the things that people actually need.
Yeah.
And here's because my opinion, I was gonna say I don't know about that because I think when you have a niche, finding your niche, locking into that, and then developing it to be the best. Like if you only have 3 minutes to talk,
Yeah.
You let that be the best 3 minutes ever. You have a niche, you only have a limited selection, you let it be the best
Yeah.
quality and everything. You know, the niches are the richest. And
Ex-
snitches get stitches.
but even beyond that, like if you look at the basis of like a business, it's not just about selling an item or
Right.
service. Essentially, you selling a solution, and
Exactly.
you're trying to build a connection to your customers, right?
Mhm.
For example, you remember them old USB cables, the short, fat ones, the original USB cables.
The ones with only the Chinese to sell now. Mhm.
I had to find one of those to charge a device, right? It was an old thing I was trying to charge. But even better yet, remember the 30-pin iPhone charger cables?
Mhm.
Imagine going and trying to find one of them today, like in a store.
You
in
can find that
Nassau.
in the Bahamas. No.
That's it's insane. And like I get that, you know, this isn't gonna
It's
be a
out
big
of date.
mover.
It's-
It is
it's-
out of date.
Mhm.
But the store that does have that,
Mhm.
even though you might not be selling that every week or even every month, the store that does have that, but they got my business for life.
Mm.
I ain't going nowhere else because now I associate you as, but you are the solution. You have the things that I need. That
But that's for that one cord.
for that
That's
one
the
going.
only thing you would need. You wouldn't need something else. Maybe they have a lot of outdated products, but you need more up to date. You know, as the world advances, technology advances, the world gets smaller, and the need. I remember one time ago. Remember one time ago, you used to have to watch TV on you. Well, you had to watch videos
Yeah.
on a TV, and you used to had to listen to music on Walkman
Yeah.
or Discman or something, and now we could do both in the same place.
Uh-huh.
The world getting smaller. So in that case,
Mm-hmm.
I understand why you wouldn't be able to find it as much.
Yeah.
However, when it comes to the thing you was mentioning earlier, like for example, you're a bigger guy, you would shop more probably in big and tall. We don't have a lot of options for that here.
Yeah.
And the options that you do have is ridiculously expensive.
Okay.
As
then.
opposed to if you was to go to the US or buy your things or even shop online
Let's be
and
real.
bring them in, you still spend less.
She ain't got the things. Let's be real about it. She ain't got the things. Or you know what? Maybe
that
the
wrong way. That
the-
wrong.
the tech one was a bad example, but all right, let's use like rum drinks, bears as
That,
example.
I think that's a
right?
good example.
It-
here.
watch this, right?
You got people out there drinking Gordons with water
I got
and
you.
Gordons with milk.
And
think
I
that's
could
a
have
good
always
example.
appreciate a store that always has the basics. A store
Mhm.
that always have. I know I could go inside there and any day of the week I could go in there and I could find some collect. That's
Mhm.
solid. I'm good with that.
Mhm.
There is a place for that. However, there's also a place for you know those liquor stores where you go in and they have the basics,
Mhm.
but they will have this thing that you look at it like, but I've never seen this before. But you know what? Let me try that.
Beats.
And that's the only store you could find that in.
Beats. I gotta disagree with you again here. This is the reason I'm gonna disagree with you
Okay.
here, right? The reason I'm gonna disagree with you here is because you have a variety of different liquor stores.
Mhm.
Now, just because one may be more may have more locations, it may be easier accessible. You do have those little niche one, which is why they get the customer and the clientele that they have. If I have to drive from all the way out west to all the way out east because this one store have something that I want, then I'm gonna do that. I don't expect everybody to have it. And then another thing is that's one thing that drives their brand.
Yeah.
Them having these exclusive items that
Mhm.
that everybody else won't have. That is what driving their brand, and that's helping them to make money. Personally, I feel like if you are a business person and you a person looking to open a business, what you should do is you should look at the market, look at everything that's going on around you, see where there is a need and where and what's lacking. And then that should be the thing that you offer. So yeah, you can find beer everywhere. You can find the Gordons. You could find Hennessy.
You know the
or whatever.
favorites.
The basics.
Yeah.
The what it is.
The essentials.
The essentials. Right. But then now when you want that Chinese wine, that rice wine,
Bing.
okay, I only can get this rice wine at one place. And because I'm the person who
Mhm.
have that rice wine, I'm the only carrier that I could charge you
Yeah,
I could charge my price,
yeah, but
and you could pay it.
I don't see what the disagreement is. I think being you saying the same thing.
No, because you're saying that it should be easier because it's not easier to find these things. That's why people looking abroad. But I'm saying no. Maybe sometimes it's not, and this is where back to Bohemian businesses. Maybe you may have a product or item that people don't know about, right?
Mhm.
Or that people want, right? That they need, but you aren't doing a good job marketing. This is what is hurting a lot of Bohemian business. Your marketing, it's moved beyond just word of mouth. Word of mouth is the oldest form of marketing. You now have everything digital. You need to be on all the social sites. Your business need to be on all the social media sites and everything. You also have the newspaper. You have the radio. Everybody driving down their car and they in their car, they have that radio playing. If the ad play enough, that can be in their head. Next thing you know, they say, "Oh, you know what? I want some chicken." And KFC having a special. They don't even know how they know that.
Yeah,
They just heard it so much now.
but you know what? We can stick a pin in that right now. We just got to go check and see what's going on. Speaking of gods, what's going on the streets of Nassau right now. You're listening to Free Your Mind on Star 106.5 hits. Yeah, no, I agree with you. You know, what I saying is that there's space inside the market. All right. So
Mhm.
like that, the liquor store is one example, but another example could be like our good friends over at AML. They're selling just food. The food store don't sell just food. They sell
Clothes
happiness
and
in
everything.
limited qualities.
Okay, with the slogan.
No, real talk. They
That's
sell
their
happiness
slogan?
in limited qualities. When I
No,
was
but
a
no, but
kid,
that's their slogan.
no, I just kid. They could bring me on.
You need
and
to
we
give
could
that
work
to
on
them.
some
You need
stuff.
you need to charge
But,
them for that.
all right,
That's a
so
good
watch
one.
this, right?
I
So-
teefing that. I am teefing that. You don't get that to nobody.
So
That's stolen.
When you go to the food store, right, you know you have your things that you like. You got your Oreos,
Mhm.
you got your Quaker's Oats that you be into. All right, that's
Mhm.
your brand. I know that
Mhm.
brand. But they also have. You remember when they have, you know how they have the frosted flakes in the box, but then there's also be that bag,
Yeah.
which you don't know
That
with this random character.
off the market.
Uh-huh. But if you ever buy it, it tastes exactly the same. Well, it's pretty close.
Listen, Solomon's have one off-brand honey bunches of oats right now. It tastes better
Okay,
than
then.
the regular honey
Okay,
bunches of
then.
oats.
What I'm
And they
saying
had it for
is
$2.99.
that them taking the risk of bringing in something that, but we don't know for sure. I know that people know this brand, but this one is close, and I tried this. This is good too. We had our buyers go out and try this. Let's give the people an option. I appreciate that.
People saying anything in the comments?
Yeah, we do have some comments. So comment from
Oh, it over here too.
yeah, over there too. Jason says, "Oh, right." He says, "Who remember Pin the Tile, one of the old Pin the Tile commercials?" Kevon says, "Plenty Bahamian business are run by Bahamian non-professionals. Attitude,
Fine. We coming there, Kevon.
We coming
Put a
now.
pin in that.
We coming now.
We coming there.
All right, we got Warriorism says, if it's hard for you, then that's a business. Then that's a business to be had. Talking about trying to find sizes for bigger guys. Warriorism come and say, or if you can't find them, find it here. Open a business. That's a business you can invest in opening. That's true.
That's what you look for.
Oh, another one. Say promotion is what builds brands. What separates generic from brand name is the marketing. When you see those Nike commercials, you paying for that commercial in that price, and that's true. It ain't about just the shoes. It's really because Nike shoes ain't really that more special than any other shoes. But it's the branding behind that, the image behind that. When you wearing Nike, people see you and they want just do it. Okay. Star 106.5. It is a Wild Out Wednesday on Free Your Mind. And listen, man. We talking today about Bahamian businesses. Why is it that Bahamians aren't supporting Bahamian businesses? We're not trying to tear anybody down. This whole show is all love. It's pure love. We just want to help. All right. The first point that we did today was the limited product selection. You know, when you go inside a store and you're looking for this one, you got to go to 15 stores to find this one thing, and you can't find it anywhere.
Mhm.
So what you end up doing? Ordering it online. All right, so we're gonna go on to point number 2. Point number 2 is inadequate quality or service.
Now, point number 1, we focus. It was
Mhm.
you could basically say point number 1 was focused more on product based businesses, right?
Right.
I feel like this part comes in a lot with services, with service based business. Mind you, product based businesses, they do have like the counter, the register, that point of contact for people to deal with, you know. But a lot of times, a lot of the negative experiences would be with service based. So imagine this, right? You book an appointment at a hair salon, and
I've heard the stories.
right, you book an appointment at a hair salon, right? And you go to the appointment, you're there on time, 15 to 5 minutes ahead of time. You're there, you check in and everything, and you waiting, and now 30 minutes pass and nobody got to you. 40 minutes pass, 45 minutes pass. Mind you, you have an appointment. This isn't a walk-in.
Hmm.
Nobody came to say anything. And it's not so much that there's an attitude or rah rah rah, you know, but it's I have an appointment and nobody even came to me to update me and say, well, hey, you know, sorry for the delay. We'll be with you shortly or whatever. Or imagine this, you have an appointment and somebody cancel on you on the last minute.
Hold on.
They,
In this
when I say
situation,
the last minute, I'm talking about you are there.
you're the client or
You're
you're
the client.
Okay.
You're the client. And
Yeah. It's bad.
and it's hard. It makes it harder for you to support smaller business because I
Mhm.
could say most of the service-based businesses here in the Bahamas are Bahamian businesses. However, the smaller ones, you want to support the smaller man,
Yeah.
but they find it hard. And you know, this is something I've experienced myself with being a business owner, doing my desserts and stuff like that. And
Mhm.
I wasn't able to make it to everybody, but you know what I did? I messaged the people that I wasn't able to make it to, and I was like, "Hey, you know,
Yeah.
I am unable to make it to you today. However, if you was to order from me again, you will have a free one with your purchase. You know,
Exactly.
and that isn't something that I have to do. That's actually a loss for me, a loss in revenue. However, I would have retained those same customers, and they would have shared, you know, with
Mhm.
me. They would have been like, well, she wasn't able to make it to me, but you know, she reached out to me, and then the next time I ordered, she gave me a whole free extra loaf
Uh-huh.
for, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And
And
that's something that a lot of businesses have to learn,
Yeah.
because that you do have to account for incidentals in life. Everything will not be perfect. But now how do you, it's your job as a business owner to now make this client feel
special, like they're the most
special.
important person in the world.
Right.
That really, that's all anybody wants. They want to feel special. I want to feel special when I come in your business. I want to feel like I's the biggest boss,
Exactly.
even though I only come there with
Like,
$2.
Exactly. You want to know that those two, you want to feel like them $2 is $2,000.
Exactly. Like how you brought up the salon. I've never been to a salon, right? But I've heard the horror stories,
Mhm.
and I couldn't imagine the anger that women must feel. You know, you because hair that ain't cheap. That's $200-$300 to get your
Mhm.
hair braided.
And time, because I needed my
Mhm.
hair done for an event that is
Okay.
this day.
Okay.
When am I gonna find, if you're a working person,
Uh-huh.
you're a working adult,
Uh-huh.
you have children, you have a life. When are you gonna make, if I carved out this 2 hours out of my busy schedule to dedicate towards this, I don't have an extra spare 2 hours hanging around to say, okay, well, I'll just come back. No,
Yeah.
because now I have to change around other things.
It's communication.
It's communication, heavy
'Cause-
on communication, but what salons aren't the only places that do this.
No.
You
But
have mechanics that do this.
oh my
often.
gosh.
They
Oh
they
my
leave you on the
gosh.
side of the road. I 15 minutes away. Not mine, laying down in the bed. any tidy whities.
Yeah. Like how
But
many
he
times
15 minutes away.
have you hired, like you made an appointment with your mechanic, right? Like I need you to come to me on Saturday,
Mhm.
right? Saturday morning, because I need my car for that night. This dude pops up at 5 in the afternoon to do a service. And I'm like, bro,
At
you,
least he pop up. What about the people that took their car to the shop and they're supposed to get their car back on Monday
Mhm.
and it's Wednesday and they still haven't gotten where they call in trying to reach the mechanic. Oh, the car isn't ready. That's all that they're
yeah.
hearing.
And it's not bashing because
No,
we
it's not bashing.
understand that
It's just that's why this conversation isn't
yeah,
personal. It's not.
things happen sometimes, especially with these newer cars. They got all this stuff they got to tear down. I only want to do this one thing, but I have all this stuff to do before I could even get to actually work on the part I'm supposed to be working on. So a job that I had, I planned that out that, hey, this is going to take me 2 hours. It
Mhm,
ends up taking 4 hours. And because of that, I end up, running into another thing. So I had to leave your car
mhm.
at where it is to begin the other project so that I'm not behind on 2 projects. And as well as, that could be an annoying situation when you communicate that
I
and you
just gonna
let
say that.
people know what's going on, that really changes the whole situation.
I think a big problem that people in general, not just business people,
Mhm.
but a big problem that people in general have is communication.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of issues that you would have with a business or that you would have, especially a service based business, a lot of issues can be resolved by simply communicating. Business owners need to learn how to communicate more and not only how to communicate as in, okay, let me talk more often. No, but you have to learn what to say.
Yeah.
It's a whole art in it. It's a skill. It's not something you do. You don't just pick up, child, I can't make it. Or child, I running late. I like 5 minutes late. No, you don't do that.
And that leads us into the next point. The next reason why people don't support Bahamian businesses is it I don't know if you've ever been in this situation where it feels like you as the customer have to do everything inside your power to make it more convenient to the person that you're supposed to be buying the service or the product from.
Yeah, like I running behind you to take my money.
Uh, uh, okay. Like, okay. You use the salon as an example again. I'm going there, you ladies, you're going there to get your hair done or whatever. Oh, when you come, I need you to bring the glue. I ran out of glue. What? Use the salon? What you mean you run out of glue? Okay.
How do you not have hair glue? How do you not have it? How do you not have shampoo?
Oh, miss, your appointment is for 3:30. It is 3:10. I'm gonna have to cancel. Mom, it's 10 minutes.
I mean, it's a
I
simple
understand
thing
your
to
part
say,
is important, but
would you mind returning in about XYZ amount, as the salon is full and I can't accommodate another person inside, or just simply ask them to wait in the waiting area. Um, um, I mean, to me, that's simple. For some photographers do it as well.
what's
I
that?
saw they cancel an appointment with somebody. I saw a photographer. He canceled an appointment with this lady. She came and she was early, and he literally. I think it was probably that exact same thing. She came there for 3 o'clock or so. Her appointment was for 3:30, and so she told the photographer that hey, I am here, just letting you know. I think she had a couple outfit changes, so she wanted to go inside
Uh-huh.
or whatever. So put the things down. He was like, "Oh, your appointment isn't until XY until 3:30. You were
Yeah.
here too early. No, you can't come inside." She was like, "Well, can I rest these things down, ma'am? You're being belligerent. Yes, sir. Your photo shoot is canceled."
I also have a big pet peeve with, and I made a Facebook post about this a while ago, and I got some traction. I cannot stand it when businesses in general seem like they're doing everything in their power to make it hard to pay for their goods and services. What I mean is businesses where, oh yeah, this is and I get that, a lot of times it's because for safety reasons, certain places you don't want to have a lot of cash around. But to me, saying that, oh, this is a business we don't take any cash at all is just as silly as someone being like, oh yeah, we don't take card here at all, ever. It's like, if you're a business, I would like to think that you want to do everything in your power to move funds from my account into your account.
Yeah.
You should be taking Apple Pay. You should be taking card, credit, Bitcoin if I could,
Mm-hmm.
cash. Oh, you can't bring coins in here, so they gotta be all wrapped. And we don't can't take more than 5 coins.
But some people listen. One thing I've seen and I've loved. I love when I go places. Sometimes now,
Mhm.
sometimes because sometimes it is an inconvenience. But I love going places now, and they're like, oh, card only. You know, they're
Really?
cashless. Yeah, because a lot of businesses are now doing that for their own safety.
I get the safety part of it. To me, though,
And then also
mhm,
another thing with a lot of the external like money like services, other ways, alternate ways to pay,
right.
you have to pay for those things as well. And especially if it's a newer business or a smaller
Mm-hmm.
business, a business that doesn't make 100,000
And I
plus
get
a
that.
year, that's not really something that is
I get that.
feasible.
Some places I wholeheartedly don't expect to have you to be taking card. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know. If I go down to the corner store and I bring my card, oh, I only have my card.
Yeah,
No,
no, yeah.
that's crazy. Why
Yeah.
would you bring that here?
Or you go to a mom and pop shop.
Yeah, why would you bring that here? But and I get that. Hey, if this is
But
the model that we're going after, hey, we only take card here.
But here's the thing.
But if I'm in a situation, right, which just before we go
Mhm.
that, realistically, we live in a country where these things go down fairly regularly.
They do.
Plenty time I've been to places, and there's a certain restaurant I went to, and when I went to pay, oh, their card machine is down and they don't take cash.
That happens.
So
to
the
me.
food for free. And they did actually give me the food for free.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I had to pay cash, and the thing is, the card machine charged, but it went down before they could see if the payment went through. So I had to pay cash, and then we left, and then or rather, we left, and then they called and they was like, "Oh, the card ain't going through." Had to go back, pay cash, right? And then they called me back a couple days later and say, "Okay, we checking our statements. We was paid. You could come back for it." So that was good. I was able to come back for my money, but I was like, eh.
Yeah, it
Ah.
leaves a bad taste in your mouth when, in my opinion, the simplest solution inside that problem right there would have been, okay, we'll just take the cash. You have the cash, we'll take it.
Mhm.
Even though that's not how we set up to work. We don't like to work that way. We prefer to
Mhm.
take card. If you're in a situation where they didn't tell me ahead of time that this is a cashless business, and if you are a cashless business, you need to advertise that. Stress that.
Include that in your advertisement.
Yeah, I love
Include that in your signage.
I love there's a restaurant where when you go there, it's a cashless business, but they actually have an option that, like, if you don't have a card, they have something, and I think it's called Island Pay or something like that, where you
Mhm.
can put in money and
Yes.
get a card out to pay for your food.
And
That's
so
smart.
handy. They have them in the airport.
Yeah.
So like, because the airport now is cashless. So I thought that was very smart.
Amber says more places need to start taking Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. Oh my gosh.
All right. So if you're listening to us on air, you just joining us, you are so late. But you can also be a part of the conversation. We're online. We're on Star 106.5 on Facebook, as well as Natural Empress on Facebook. We got to take a short commercial break. And when we get back, we're gonna get on to the rest of the points and figure out why is it that people aren't supporting Bahamian business. What are the excuses y'all using? All right.
Turn the volume down. For the people in the comments, you can comment some reasons why you think people are supporting Bahamian businesses.
Join the party at Solomon's Beauty.
Oh, Island Empress says that apparently Island Pay is no more. What? When did that happen?
Oh wow.
Empress says, like the same thing with the cash with the card only.
Mm-hmm.
Say it's inconvenient for a lot of people because they don't even have a debit card.
Yeah, a lot of
that's
people
true. You'd
don't.
be surprised how much people don't even have a bank account.
Yeah, no, the mattress, good old mattress,
Which that's
or the
not,
can on top of the fridge.
and that's not to say that that's the best way to go forward, but
Mhm.
as a business owner, it really ain't your place to be telling me where I need to be saving my money. Your only interest really should be, like I said, is moving money from my account, from my pocket
To your
to
pocket.
yours. And I think that you should do everything in your power to make that easy.
This is the thing. A good business owner, if you come in the store with $10 and you purchasing something for $8, and this is something I've worked in customer service for a long time.
Mhm.
A good customer service person, somebody who helping you, the business owner, the best they supposed to try to take that whole $10 from you. You understand?
Yeah.
There's this place I used to stop for breakfast, right? They have like cheesecakes and banana bread and stuff like that too. So you stop and you buy your breakfast for $7 and they be like, are you having any cheesecake today? They're made fresh, blah, 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 blah. You having any banana bread? Oh, we have some fresh banana bread. We have some fresh chocolate chip cookies here. We have some drinks, you know?
They would have get me every time. They would have get me every time.
I have a friend who go there. Every time she go there, she come back with 2 cheesecake.
Oh, Empress says that apparently, so Island Pay is revamping, and they're gonna be back. All right, that's good because I don't know if we ever used it before, but it's so convenient.
You back on?
In a second.
Oh, that's an intro.
That's just the thing of music. All right.
Mhm.
Star 106.5 hits. This is Free Your Mind on a Wild Out Wednesday. I'm joined by the lovely Ariel.
Hello.
We were talking today about why is it that people aren't supporting Bahamian businesses as they should. And we're going down the list. Point number one was limited product selection. Point number 2 was, it's not very convenient. And as we're getting ready to close the show, we're gonna jump on to we didn't even get through all the points. We had 5 whole points. You only get through 2 of them, so I'm gonna go on to point number 3. And it's by point number 3. I don't even want to say it like that because, in some sense, I kind of understand that it's not the business's fault entirely why things are the way they are. But point number 3 is the prices are too high.
Yeah.
The prices is too high. It's too high.
Yeah, it's like a lot of people they would buy something and they want 200% return on their investment.
Okay.
That's how the price is looking.
Like it's literally it's getting to the point now where you could literally look at something online and straight away I look at that and I know when I get to Nassau, whatever the price it is online, you might as well just double that and add $10. That's how much it can cost in Nassau.
Yeah.
And
that's why a lot of people have moved on to ordering.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of the you have a lot more companies popping up that do courier because a lot of people have moved their business from being in person on the island or whatever to now, okay, you know what? I know I can find this here, or I know I can find it at the right price. Let me just look online. And it's sad that that's what it's come to, but that is what it's come to. That is what it's come to.
Like I was saying, I get why it is that prices you can't see something for $5 online and expect to pay $6 for it in Nassau.
No, of course
Customs
not.
is very, very high, and a lot of times, these businesses they paying the same price for an item that me and you are paying. So it's gonna be high, and they as well as they have overhead, they have staff to pay.
That depends because honestly, I think there are many ways. There are many sites. Personally, I'm not even a business owner, and I've come across places you can go as a business owner to get things wholesale. They have a whole street in Miami that has items wholesale for businesses. You only can purchase if you have a business license. So I don't think that's always the case. I do think a lot of people will look at the cost of living here in the Bahamas and be like, okay, well, even if I sell this for less, I still have my own bills and I have my own things I gotta do, and therefore I need to sell this a little bit more so I could be able to maintain my cost of living. But the thing is, they aren't realizing that their customers have access to the same things that all of us have access to the web.
Okay,
I could see how much you pay for this.
Okay,
and how much you selling it to me for, and I could laugh. And I can laugh and I can be like, you know what? Nope. But I believe that is, I'm so sorry, Beats, for cutting you off.
No,
but I just want to make this point because I know we soon close. But I know, I believe this is a huge problem that a lot of businesses are having and a lot of consumers are having, because another reason businesses are failing is because of poor consumerism. And the thing is, poor consumerism is like this. You have a business, right? I come to your business. I purchase something from your business or I try to do transaction with you, things doesn't go well, and then I therefore tell everybody, don't go there.
Yeah.
Don't go there because they don't know how to talk to people. Don't go there because the items that they have, the quality is poor. Don't go there because they don't accept cash or something. You know, whatever
Yeah.
it is.
But that brings us back to, I think that was point number 2 about, that comes under the convenience too. That lack of communication, because communication goes a little bit beyond just, hey, there's a problem or
but
such
poor
and such.
consumerism isn't only a lack of communication, because sometimes businesses do the very best that they can. You do have businesses that are out there. You do have people, especially the younger people. I notice a lot of younger businesses, especially if they're smaller, they are really trying their hardest with the communication and putting their best foot forward and stuff like that. But when you have that one bad customer who intentionally decides to be a spoke in your wheel, it suffers.
Yeah.
Your business suffers. We just spoke the other day about the restaurant and the people complaining in the restaurant, even though the restaurant manager he solved their issue.
Yeah.
He solved it completely, comped their meal, everything. The issue wasn't even an issue; it was a non-issue. But yet, still, they decided to go to socials and complain. And who knows the customers that could have cost that business?
Yeah.
But that business, they did communicate and they did everything in their power to reach a resolution.
But that in itself is also a part of business, knowing how to out the fires. Not to say that the people were right to complain in the way that they did for something that was a non-issue, but a lot of times people know exactly what they're doing. They're complaining about something that's not even a problem because really they're just trying to get something free.
Yeah.
But the reason why I say high prices, right, and it being a little ridiculous, I get that things are expensive. You have your overhead, but just you could be smarter at business. Like you said, you shouldn't be purchasing your items from the same place I purchase my items. My price shouldn't be the same price that you're paying. I'm paying $5 for this thing. You should not be paying $5 for the same item. You should be paying $1 or $2 maybe.
That's right. If you jumping into business, you have to do your research first. Very quickly before we leave, you want to list 5 reasons why we should support Bahamian businesses more?
Go for it.
Oh, you want me to list them?
Yeah.
Okay. The first reason is economic impact. When you shop local businesses, your money stays within the community. They often say that's how come the Jews and the Chinese rich.
Yeah.
They support and they spend money amongst each other first before they go outside. So that's how we'd help our economy build up. That's how you'd find yourself getting a little bit more money at work because the money now ain't going someplace else. It's in the country, to be recycled. Community, character, and identity. Local businesses contribute to unique character identity of your community. They often reflect the local culture, history, and values, making your community a more interesting and vibrant place to live. That's like me supporting somebody with a Benny Cake business or a Junkanoo themed something. You understand? The reason I'm doing this is because if I help to keep them open longer, the tourists or visitors they come to see, and they be like, oh, this is Bahamian culture. This is what we come here for.
And you know what? Just to touch on that, right? I wholeheartedly believe that Mortimer's Candy Kitchen needs to get some kind of deal with Bahamas Air.
Yeah.
And I feel as though, them strawberry candy, Benny Cake, they need to be on the plane, bro.
I like the mint ones.
The mint one's good too.
The mint. Yeah,
the mint one's
I
good.
remember my Grammy having like a whole bag. She's get the paper bag full to take to church and give it.
Everybody Grammy have a bag full of Mortimer's candy, but they need to be on the plane. That need to be the first taste of the Bahamas that you have in when you come into the country. Do they serve those?
Coconut cake.
Do they serve like Bahamian food on? Like on Bahamas Air.
No.
Is it like Bahamian food?
I don't know. I haven't gone on a flight long enough to get served a meal. Or rather, not a local airline.
Yeah.
Rather. So,
AJ had a comment on the point that you made earlier. Say another reason why some people don't support Bahamian businesses is Facebook. one person has a misunderstanding with a business and they take it to Facebook, and then
Mhm.
nobody trying to hear the business
Exactly.
side of the conversation. Nobody
Exactly.
looking at the whole story. They just look at, oh,
There's a
they find a
whole
roach in their food.
well, no, that's a little bit excessive though.
Yeah, but
Right,
you found a roach in your food at home.
baby.
How I know that roach ain't come out your cupboard?
Oh, you mean when you reach home?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, but you won't put that in the Facebook story.
that's true. No, that's true. They didn't put that in. All right.
But Ariel, I want us to continue on this topic because really, I think that I feel like we're gonna help someone.
Last three topics.
All right,
Before
then.
we leave, these are I can make it quick. Okay, personalized service. That's like nobody know you like your own.
Mhm.
I know what Bohemians like.
I
I
know.
know how Bohemians speak.
Yeah.
I know how Bohemians think. You get a personalized service. A lot of things get misinterpreted because of an accent.
Yeah. I know some guys been going to the same barber from they was 14.
just because they're comfortable with him.
Yeah.
Even
And the
if he
barber
push
know.
your hairline back a little bit too
You know,
much.
he watched that hairline recede.
Exactly. But it's personalized. He feel at home. He feels welcome. He feel like a part of this. Environmental benefits, which could be linked to point number one, economic impact. And then strengthening the social fabric. Yeah, it's
It's basically you
basically
support
essential.
one, you supporting one Bahamian business is like you supporting yourself. All of us
Yes.
need to, we have to work together to make this country a better country. But that is all we have time for today. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Free Your Mind on a While Out Wednesday. But before we go, I have to say thank you to the people that make this show possible. I'm talking about Pin the Tile, C-File, Solomon Super Center, as well as Cartwright, where it pays to be a member.
Mhm.
KFC, the Nassau Cruise Port, who is putting on Taurus Riley, October 28th, as well as Phil Stubbs, October 14th.
Listen, the Nassau Cruise Port has been putting on concerts since they opened. They're doing a phenomenal job.
I can't wait till I actually I need to
You
get
never
a
been out
babysitter.
there?
I need babysitter, okay?
They had a whole free concert series.
I know. I saw you
Yeah,
performed out there.
I did. Twice.
One time for the Cleveland Clinic, Pinder Tile, and the National Fly Carrier, Bahamas Air. We can't forget about Muffler World. In case you want to get that, that big boy Walker muffler like C-Note says. All right. But that is all the time we have for today on this episode of Free Your Mind on a While Out Wednesday. But don't go nowhere. We got more music coming up. We got DJ AI with The Drive at 5 coming up at the top of the hour. Don't go nowhere. All right.
Hey,
Yeah.
you remember that old Epic battery commercial?
Boy, what you mean? That live rent free in my head, okay? Mom, what you do bigger than you know?
Yeah, exactly. But
All right, thank you everybody who joined us online. Listen, if you know Bahamian business owner, share the show with them. But like share it in a nice way. Don't just tag them in it.
I mean, they don't have to be doing anything wrong. They can
No.
be a good business owner, but
No.
it's just sharing to bring awareness,
Yeah, sometimes we be doing these things and we don't even realize
Mhm.
where. Because I can be honest with myself. Sometimes life be lifing, and I really do let my communication
slip.
drop in the toilet and get flushed. And that's something, I'm working towards being better at,
Mhm.
being more consistent with. But
You know what? Today is a Wednesday. Wednesday is progressing through the week, right? That's like the midway point through the
Mhm.
week. Just like we on the midway point through the week, we
Yeah.
making progress in the week. You are a work in progress. You
Like
ain't to
that.
your final destination. The most important thing.
Ari with the philosophy on a Wednesday.
The most important thing is to just take note of where you are and know the way you want to be and count the steps to take to get there.
Just keep going.
Keep going. One foot in front of the other.
But y'all really gotta stop, trying to sell them $5 slippers off a Shein for $50. That y'all need to stop. But anyway, that was Free Your Mind. I'll see y'all again. I think Empress is gonna no. We're gonna be back again tomorrow, and then Empress is gonna be on Friday. You could join us. Ooh, we got a busy week this week. But stay tuned. Hi Rye. Stick up with us. Empress should be back pretty soon. But
Mhm.
I'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.